What's up, guys? Welcome back into the Millennial Profit. My name's Adam and I'm a full-time reseller. If you're new here, I show you all different kinds of ways to make money. So if you like money, hit that subscribe button. Today I've got another what sold video for you guys, showing you everything that sold from over the weekend, how much I paid for it, where I got it, and at the end of the video we will get into the total profit I made on everything. I'm headed out to the warehouse now where I'm actually going to gather everything up. As you can see, there's snow all over the place. It's cold out here, which I'm used to. It's Ohio, but my heater broke and it is just as cold in the garage as it is outside. So it's about 19 degrees right now. Not trying to lose any fingers today, so I have a shipping station set up in the basement. So until my heater gets fixed, I've basically just been coming out here, gathering all my stuff, taking it back home, and then packing it there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab everything, and then we'll get back and show you guys everything that's sold. All right, out at the warehouse, and if you're new to the channel, basically I print my labels ahead of time, and I label them on them what they are, so I'm just gathering everything up. I sort them also in whatever part of the warehouse they're in, so it's really easy to gather everything up. I should probably make a video on my entire process on that, but I printed all these labels last night. We have a lot to gather up, plus I sold a decent bit overnight, so let's get all that gathered up and then we'll head home. All right, I'm back at home. I apologize if you hear the furnace in the background, but that's the reason we're down here, because out there the furnace isn't working, so I'm grateful that it is running. So let's run down a lot of the hats that sell, and I'm also going to be showing you guys how to pack some of these items as well. I don't usually go into detail there, but I've got some more time today, so I figured I would. First off, we've got these two Florida Gators hats here. Those were in an online sale. Dropped the label there. And those were like $5 or $6. And I just dropped the labels in the back here so that it's really easy to pack those up. This one was also from an online sale. I think it was from New Era, and pretty cool. Look at an A-frame Expos hat, sold for $15. This was from Dick's Sporting Goods online. Those were $12, sold it for $35. These next four were all from a wholesale deal from Delco, so anywhere between $10 and $12, because I've gotten a couple wholesale deals from him. Got the Bulls that sold for $30. This one sold for $30 as well. Mitchell and Ness Hornets. Got a really cool throwback Nuggets hat that sold for $30. And then $35 on this sucker, another Expos. Next, from the $10 hat sale, this was last year or 2 years ago. Again, hats are a long-term game. Sold this one for $28 for Oakley. Got, I think, like $45 for this one. It's like a weird type of material, almost like a felt, but even softer than felt. Got this UNLV hat that sold for $35. And then this Tigers hat I got $44 for as well, because it's an A-frame. And then from the $5 hat sale, same sale, but some were $5. I got this Steelers hat that sold for $30. Someone bought two of these Brazil hats here. Pretty cool. Those just sold for $20 each, but really cool underbill with the flag. And I can combine on shipping on those. And then I sold a ton of Ohio State hats. This one was from the $5 hat sale though. Sold it for $23. Need to start another stack of hats because my goodness. Then we got this Ohio State hat from Marshall's for $8. See if I can focus it in on that. And that sucker sold for like $26. These next two were from the $10 hat sale. Sold this one for $30 and that one for $30 as well. Sideline hat there. This one's just a really cool looking one. These were $5. These were several years ago. One of my local stores had a ton of $5 Ohio State hats and beanies. I'll get into some more beanies later, but that was crazy, and I should have bought more than I did because I'm almost sold out of them. I sold this one for like $23. Just got $20 on this one. This is just Ohio State brand stuff, so a lot of the stuff they had was just Ohio State branded. But also got some Mitchell and Ness pinstripes here that sold for $25 each. And then someone bought two hats, so we got the $24 one, and then we got this guy that sold for $35 plus ship. Really cool patch trucker camo. That's a mouthful. Then we've got this Ohio State bucket hat. That wasn't a great buy. That was from Dick's. It was $10. Sold it for $25. Just got rid of it, so that's perfectly fine. Out of summer. In summer, they'll probably go for like $30, but I have a lot of those, and I was getting $30 for them in the summer, but sometimes you just got to move stuff when it's in the off season. Next, we got this OU visor here. That was from that same sale as these. I can't remember the site, or I would say it. It was a really weird site that had a lot of college apparel on sale for like $5 and $6. We called it out in the group, but I'd have to scroll back pretty far. It was like during the summer. Anyways, though, sold that for $30. And these aren't hats, but while I have them on the table, this was a bread and butter call out. That was a crazy call out. I think these were $5 if my memory serves me right, which is crazy to get Nike Oilers stuff, new with tags. Absolutely insane. Brand new with tags. And I think I got 35 or 40 for that sucker. Very nice. And then, this isn't flipping from zero, but I figured I would mention it because I sold a single soccer cleat. Is that not crazy? So I bought a bunch of these from Academy, and I didn't realize they were single cleats. They were basically, they had a right and a left, and they looked the same, but this was a 9.5. The other one was like an 8.5 or an 8. And that was before I was smart and checked the sizes. But anyways, I'm getting $30 each, and the pair was going for about $60. So I am still getting about $60 for the pair. So that was $10 for the pair. So technically I only had $5 in this. All right, before I pack some of the hats up, I want to pack some of these other things that are in the way just to get them out of the way. So that Oilers sweatshirt, I am literally just putting in a poly mailer. This is a 12 by 10. And again, I've already printed the labels, so it makes it super nice. Fold it up, and we're good to go. And then this bucket hat here, I'm also just putting in a poly. It folds up, and it's very like bendy. I don't know how else you would say that. Get my trash can over here. So we'll just fold it up a little bit. And that will be good to go. Now the part that always makes a lot of people mad, we're going to select our hats out that we're sending in polys. All the unstructured ones, unless they go for like a ton of money, but these ones don't go for a ton of money. They go for like under $25 on all these. This one was 30, but it's going to Ohio, so it's going nowhere. So I figured I'll let it fly. And also another thing that I need to be checking for are these price tags that everyone always asks. Do you take the price tags off? Of course. Why would I want them to know that I paid $8 at TJ Maxx for that? I take the clearance tags off and leave the MSRP tags on. And these are also going in the 10 by 12 mailer. All right, and now all of these that are left, also this one is actually going cross country, and I did print the label for 8 ounce, so I didn't end up sending that one in a poly. But I'll count the amount of these and then make that amount of boxes. That way I can just go through and box them all up. All right, so I got the boxes everywhere. This is why it's nice when I can have my warehouse, because I'm limited on space down here, and I sold a lot of hats. We just made 19 boxes, so I'll start packing them up. First one is actually going to be this double, which again, I gotta check for the clearance tags, because underneath there's a lot of clearance tags. So I'll take those off with each one as well, and then start boxing these up. That'd be a good thumbnail right there.
If you could tell, I'm even holding the boxes. It looks like I'm just standing behind them. Getting my workout in over here. All right, got a bunch of random stuff in here. I sold a ton of these Ohio Against the World wristbands. Got those in a pallet a long time ago. And I got bags upon bags of these, selling them in lots of 3 for like $10. So I have like nothing in those. Then these just sold. These were from Kohl's. Looks like, oh, there's the tag. It might be hard to see, but those were $10.62 on clearance. Sold them for $28. The undies are always selling well. Then we sold a ton of beanies. This one I got over the summer. I buy a lot of beanies in the summer when I can get them for like $5 in lots. I got this in a wholesale deal from someone in bread and butter, and sold it for $22. This was the same thing. It was actually a dead stock one. So I got like $28 for that. It was like a 2013 sideline beanie for the Patriots. And then these were all from that local Ohio State store that had a bunch of $5 hats years ago. I sold 5 of these Ohio State Buckeye leaf hats, and I'm getting 20 a piece for those. And then this I think was from Burlington actually for like $8 back when Burlington had good prices several years ago. This was a sideline beanie from like 2020 or 2021, and I sold that one for I think 25 or 26. And then, well, the game's already happened by now. Hopefully my Buckeyes pulled it out, but if not, I have a whole tub of Irish beanies as well. And I'm selling those for $22, and I got them in the middle of summer for $6 from Academy online. I got like 150 of these, and I have like 34 left. I just counted today, so absolutely crazy, but that's going to be a good matchup, especially since I have a lot of Notre Dame and a lot of Ohio State stuff, but always go Bucks. Also got these Ohio State pants for $5. Same sale there. Sold those for $20. Been selling a lot of those. These Under Armour sweats. These are size 5X. I've had these for years. $10. I'm just trying to get rid of them now. I'm selling them now for like $30 each. I was getting like 40 for them, but I just had too many of them, and I'm just trying to move them, and I'll still make a little bit on them. This was from that same sale. It was extra 70% off though, Ohio State. So it was $7, and sold it for 30 or 35, I think. Just a quilted Ohio State jacket. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to peel that thing that says 10 off, even though I didn't even pay 10. This was from Burlington actually, back when they had good prices, same as that beanie. It was like 20 bucks, sold it for 50. Really cool looking sweatshirt. Got these Harley sunglasses from Habitat for Humanity. For $1. Got a whole case of these and selling them for 30 each. I've sold about 20 pairs of those. These were from Kohl's. Looks like I already took the tag off, but I did a whole video when I bought a bunch of these during their clearance event. These jeans, anywhere between $6 and $10. And I sold these for 35, I think. And then this was from that Ohio State store as well. They had some $5 Cutter and Buck shirts, but they were size small. So this is my last one, thankfully, because size small takes a while. Just sold it for like 20 bucks. All right, so I'll pack all these up. Everything I just showed you is all going in a poly mailer. Most will go in the 10 by 12 mailer. Some will go in the 14 by 19.5 mailer if it's something bigger like this that can't fit into it. And also these hat boxes I was using, if anyone was wondering, are 8 by 6 by 6 from Staples. I've linked everything I use down below. So anything I'm talking about in this video, it's linked down below in the description. So let's pack all this up. All right, and then we've got all the random stuff. So I was trying to get into vinyls a couple years ago, and I have some of these. I honestly have no idea where I got them or how much I paid for them, but I sold them for like 32 each. I probably just like broke even on them at best. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to expand my knowledge into a bunch of categories, kind of honed in on hats, shoes, Crocs, things like that. These I got at Burlington would have been like $25 or $30 for these Adidas. And I sold them on eBay for 60 or 65, I think. These I've also had for a long time, so I was just happy to get rid of them. Then another thing I've had for a long time, but they're pretty good margins. I sold them for $65. I got these huge cleats at Marshall's for $19.99, size 15 Nike Turf cleats. But big cleats always sell because these are for linemen and they have huge feet. Then I need to rebox this guy a little bit. It came like this. Walmart's 75% off Christmas clearance. So 75% off of $18, so like $4.50 for this sucker. And sold it for $35, so pretty good margins there. And then we got some shoes. We got 2 pairs of Currys. These were from Kohl's extra 50% off clearance event. Bottom one was in store, $30. Top one was online, and it was $55, so it was like $27 after the additional discount. And they bought both of these $70 a pair, so I can combine on shipping there, which is nice. And then these were online. They were $15. They were from Tilly's. They were clearancing a bunch of these out. Sold them for $60. And then these were from Kohl's, extra 50% off, so like $23 on those, and sold them for $60. So for these Currys, I'm going to set them aside. I'm just going to put them in a box that fits them, which I got to go find, but nobody wants to watch me go find a box. That's pretty self-explanatory. So we'll set those aside. However, for these, I'm going to put them in a 14.5 by 19 mailer. That's what I put all my bricks in. These are bricks. They're shoes that sold under authentication value. So I put them in poly mailers. No one has ever said a single thing, and you know how much money it saves in boxes, and it keeps them sometimes under 2 pounds, sometimes under 3 pounds, depending on the shoe, and that can mean a lot. That is $2 and $3 sometimes in the rate when you can keep it under that next pound. Fits perfectly. Don't have to do this, but I like folding the flaps in. Just makes it look nice and a lot cleaner. Then we'll do the same thing with this one. All right, now I need to rebox this guy. Just basically pulling everything out and putting it back in. So it's this that's clogging it up, so that needs to go on the side there. Like a glove. All right, and then a question I get all the time. How are you selling them for $35 when it says $17.98 on it? Aren't they gonna be mad? They sure would, but I'm not gonna let them see that. I'm just gonna box cut that paper layer off the top. Just peel the paper off. You're not actually touching the cardboard. I sold probably 25 of these this year. This was my last one. I actually loaded up on a few more in that Walmart clearance video for next year, so that'll be nice. This was my last green one. I sold a bunch of green and a bunch of white, but that's it. That's how I shipped all of them. It's a nice sturdy box, so it's good to go. And then these shoes are going to be the same exact as those Currys. I got to go find a box. I don't have boxes right here like I do at my normal warehouse, so pretty easy. Just going to put them in boxes, and then we will get into the final numbers. As well as flipping from zero, so you have to wait for that series, which, by the way, is ending soon, so don't miss the next episode. There's only going to be 2 episodes of those left. Already mentioned the cleats, but the rest of them you'll have to wait to see in that episode. And then some orders that came in from my second account. These things in the middle I already showed. I got those mixed in with everything I had already shipped. So I've already mentioned all of this. This was in the flipping from zero. Also mentioned that as well. So really the only new thing is this White Sox hat. That sold for $35. That was from the same place as that Expos hat that I found earlier that I believe was $15. Not too shabby of a weekend at all. All right, so running down those final numbers on eBay, we sold 66 items for $2,260. And on Mercari, we sold 2 items for $41 to give us a total gross sales of 68 items sold for $2,301 sold this weekend. Now, as always, to get our total net profit, we need to take out all of our costs. So take out our cost of goods sold of $640, our shipping, $344, and our fees of $285 to give us a total net profit this weekend of $1,032. which is really good. To be able to do $1,000 gross sales not in Q4 is absolutely insane. And again, all honor and glory goes to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm super grateful to be able to share everything with you guys on this channel, and all glory always goes to him. If you heard me mention a couple times in this video, Bread and Butter, that's my personal Discord leads group and community. Also, we just launched an eBay course that's included in that, but if you just want to buy the eBay course, you can do that separate. Complete breakdown on everything on eBay, from listing to shipping to sourcing, and members are loving it so far, so I'm super grateful for that. Really appreciate your guys' feedback. Keep on hustling, everyone. Keep on sourcing. Keep on getting those listings up, and the sales will come. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.